snowing out today. I'm in the shop just working on my counter piece now, though that's gonna have the sink in it. So I just cut the piece of counter out. I used the template that I made for the front of the trailer, the nose piece, and I just traced that on there. I'm gonna have to add a little bit to one side because it's a little bit short. But then the sink came with a template, so I was able to use that to cut out my sink piece. And it's just about perfect, because if it was any bigger, it wouldn't fit where I wanted it to. So I'm pretty happy with that. So here's my countertop. I just dropped the sink in. So I put a bead of silicone underneath, and then I dropped the sink down in there. You can see some of the silicone is on the edges, which is okay because it'll help seal it. I then had to put these little clamps around the edges so that'll keep it nice and tight inside that countertop. So I drilled a hole back here because I'm actually really excited about the faucet that I found. I found this little faucet from Domatic, and it's really cool because it's a rechargeable little pump for water. It even has like a little light under here. There's a touch on top that'll turn it on. It'll do, I think it said like 150 liters of water before you have to recharge it again. You attach a little hose back here and you drop that into your water source so it can pump it out. It's also magnetic on the bottom. So it came with these two magnetic plates here. And so I'm going to take this round one, and there's a sticky part on the back, and I'm actually going to stick that right here over that sink hole. So then I can just stick it right here and use it if I need it. It also will swivel. And then if for some reason I want to use it outside my trailer, all I have to do is take it off, and I can take it outside and like wash dishes outside, or use it for something else outside. So now I'm just working on trying to kind of frame out the front of the trailer so that that countertop will sit right on there. So I'm going to just use the walls when I'm building this, and then I'll put pieces of wood on the front and enclose it like that. These are going to be my water jugs. So this is going to be fresh water, just extra fresh water. Then this is going to be my gray water, so anything that goes down the drain in my sink is going to go into here so I can empty it out. And then this is also going to be fresh water. I bought this from Domatic, just like the sink faucet. And so that sink faucet has a little attachment to the hose that comes with it that connects to this. And then the top of this actually has another hose that goes down into the bottom so that it'll suck up all the water that you put in here. So this is gonna be like my sink water. So it's gonna draw from here. It's gonna go into the wastewater, and then I'll have extra water here if I need it for drinking, cooking, anything I don't really need to use the faucet for. And then I can also take the water from here and refill my sink water as well. I don't want my jugs to move around too much, so I'm making a little spot for them right here. So they'll fit nicely side by side right there. They'll have the pieces of wood on either side to kind of keep them in there. Alright, so I got the pieces on the floor, my support pieces put in. Now I'm going to do that top part that the counter is going to sit on top of. These posts right here are going to be where the doors are for my cabinet. So I have to make sure that they're in the right spot up top so they're nice and straight. There it is. It is ready for me to put that countertop on top of. The countertop for the sink is in. Look at that. That is so cool. Oh my gosh. I love this so much. It just makes the trailer feel so much different right now. Here is my sink. It's pretty much finished. I got some trim pieces that I'm going to be putting on the back here to kind of finish it out, make sure there's no gaps on the sides. But I got pretty much everything else done on it right now. Got my doors and got all my water setup fits nicely under there. Got some space to the sides that I can store some things in. They are self-closing hinges so that they'll stay open or they'll keep themselves shut. Originally, I planned for this counter to come out a little bit farther. That's why I kind of like didn't finish the wood on the sides here as much as the other parts of the walls. But when I installed it, I decided that I kind of liked it pushed back a little bit more so there's more room as I come through the door. I think it fits well that way. The water jugs fit right in there, so there's no real wiggle room. So now I'm going to put these pieces up here along the back. So for my backsplash, I decided to go with these peel and stick copper tiles. I thought the copper would look good with like a contrast with the blue. With all the gray I have in here, I thought like the blue and the copper would kind of create contrast in here, but also keep it kind of that farmhouse type feel. It's got like foam on the back, and I guess you just peel off the backing and you stick it to the wall, and it's like waterproof, and you can cut them to the sizes you need. So that's what I'm gonna do and just keep going. I'm gonna try to figure out where I want the overhead cabinets to come up to, so that's why I'm kind of doing the backsplash right now, so I can see kind of where I want them to start. I got to the end and now I'm working my way back because I want like the seams, I want them to be offset so that they're not all lined up. So it's pretty simple how to cut these. I know that this is 2.5 inches wide, so I've been using this as my template. I kind of messed up one of the tiles, so I've just been using that, but it's pretty consistently 2.5 inches that I have to cut them to, so that works. I just line it up and then take your knife and just score across it like that. And then all you have to do is snap it and it cuts to your size. And then I just kind of cut through some of that adhesive. And then I have my 2.5 inch piece that I can put on the wall. Putting the last piece of backsplash on my wall. So I haven't been filming a lot of the work that I've been doing inside recently. I worked on it little by little and just kind of trying to get it done. So I'll take you inside and show you what I got done so far. Alright, so we got my sink right here. I did add some trim above that backsplash to kind of frame it off. And then I'm going to be doing the cabinets up above. I'm working on getting the fittings that I need for the drain, so it'll drain into that tan tank right there. After that, I worked on this other counter and I made a spot for my fridge. Got that all hooked up. Got a lot of good space. I like the height so that it's not sitting on the floor. So I'm going to put drawers on the two sides here. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with that yet, what size drawers. And then my project today is making this little bench seat that also has storage underneath it. Is my finished, almost finished, without hinges, bench box. I think it came out pretty good. Just put those hinges on there. That'll be nice and sturdy. There's a lot of space for storing things underneath. And I can put like a cushion on top of it. It's perfect height. I can use my countertop as kind of like a place to set things like my coffee, because that's very important.